Right then, lads. Hello. Bucket seat video. Oh, yeah, I've done it already, basically. Tell a lie. This one's already in. This absolute beauty of a sub-belt monster. It is possibly, honestly, the best bucket I've ever been in, but it is the most comfortable I have ever been in, to be honest. I've done 500-mile road trips with that thing, and yeah, it felt really comfortable, to be honest. Never once complained, never once felt like it wasn't comfortable. To be fair, it's more comfortable than seats in my Audi. My stock ones, obviously. Get out, dog. Stand on my seat, man. What are you doing? So yeah, I've done the other one. And because I'm being a tight bastard, them seats are actually out of my Evo. So yeah, the Evo has got another set of seats, so we'll be having them back in at some point. They're being redone at some point soon, hopefully. In some dog, not cool, man. Where you going? What? How about you? Where are you going? No, no, not on that one. Not on that one. I don't know. I give up. Out of control. Anyway, we're putting this in today. So yeah, I'll try and give you as much information how to fit it as possible. I will be putting this on the stock rails with the side mounts that I have for these, which you get with most bucket seats when you buy them normally. You get like a normal set of square side mounts. And yeah, I'll be showing you how to fit them in this. I have fitted the other side already, but yeah, the footage went wrong for that, so yeah, new footage for this side. Dog, you really shouldn't be on the seat. Good job with the drift car. Right, so we're going to start with obviously undoing main bolts. There's 4 most seats. Ready. Wow, dog, this is not, no. You're really beautiful. I'm sure everyone on YouTube really appreciates you being in the video, but you know, maybe allow me to speak. So yeah, most seats are bolted in place, but by 4 bolts, 1 on each side, front and back, and that's about it. Normally, in the majority of cases, there's normally a connector for your seatbelt, a couple of bits and pieces sometimes, depending on what car you drive, year, and obviously anything a lot newer than the mid-2000s is probably going to be a little bit more complicated, but really, it's all about the same. So yeah, we'll get them out. Right lads, so the seat's out. I'm going to start off by basically removing anything and everything that holds these rails on, and yeah, go from there really. We'll separate the rails from the seat, and then we'll separate the rails from each other, and then go from there. Right, yo, good morning lads. I did start filming this video the other day, but it started pissing down with rain, so I've been running the Lexus with 1 seat in the front, which is quite interesting actually, surprisingly spacious. But yeah, so back to where we were pretty much. Strip that down, as I've already said, and then onto that bad boy. And yes, there's oil on my drive. I know, bad car. We won't discuss why that is. No. But I did also film another video that I'm probably not going to bother using because it wasn't all that good. Basically, I went and got new wheels fitted to these bad boys that I picked up off a friend very cheaply, purely for drifting really, to be honest. We had to have a little bit of stretch because yeah, they were a little bit wider than what I expected. But they're okay now, and they'll do perfectly fine for drifting, so that's what's staying on. The fronts are my Roto GTRs, as from before. The others are over there, which will be my general driving about wheels. I have a set of Speedline Magnesiums that are going on for my track tyres, and I use the other black ones as my rears for drifting, basically. So, in here, just in case you have a Lexus as well and you want to do this, I'll save you some pain of buying new rails because they're expensive. There's bolts on here, 4 on each side basically, 2 at the top. Not the easiest things to get to in the world, but you know, patience is a virtue. This side has an extra one, I believe, in here. Or an extra 2, not sure. Yes, this side has 6. So 2, 2 and 2. Then that should release the bottom rail. What you do is you cut this off, get an impact gun on these, tighten them down as far as they'll go, so that they actually hold in. Possibly a better way of doing it would be taking them off, putting some Loctite on them and tighten them down. That would probably last longer, but yeah, I haven't got any on me, so that's what we're doing. Done it on the last one, it worked fine. So. And Mr. Lockwood has done the same with his, as my recommendation, and it's worked fine, so that's what we're going with. Yeah, that's how you get them off. I'll get them off and we'll go from there. Right lads, so base rail's off. You should be left with something like this. If you're not, you're in a bit of trouble. So obviously we need these rails to be flat so we can fit our side mounts to them. So all this has to go. This has to go as well. I'm not sure if you could rig up a way, like just to have a switch. If you just had a power and switch to this, you could make the electric motion work on like a standalone switch maybe of some sort. Maybe someone a bit cleverer than me could figure that out, but yeah. I'm not going to bother because it's not any point for this car. Really not important. I'll just strip all this down, sit your base rails on top, and then we'll pick where they go. Then decide which of the studs to cut off. And we might have to drill some bigger holes in the base rail, maybe. We'll see how that goes. We'll try and keep as many studs as we can. 2 a side is plenty, but if we can keep more, we'll keep more. Especially because it's passenger side, so yeah. And then you've got the seatbelt hook. Hello, you. And you've just got to pick where on the side mount you want on the side rail you want to put it. Obviously use a decent sized bolt. I'm not saying this is the correct way to do it or the safe way to do it, but bear in mind they're only bolted from the factory with, where is it? I believe actually is that one. Maybe it is this one. It's only holding with that, I believe, and that's not exactly thick or big in any way. So, as long as you're something bigger than that, I don't see why it wouldn't be safe, but that's up for you lot to decide what you want to do with it. Obviously harnesses would be ideal. I have got a set of harnesses going in this. I need to order a harness bar and they'll be going in anyway, so it's not like this is a permanent solution, it's just for now. Right, so these are the rails removed. So you end up with when you cut all the motors out and all that other stuff. So yeah, these do end up flipped all the way around. These motors originally are on the front of the seat, but to do it this way, it seems to work better this way. So you could put them back how they were, to be fair, but yeah, it doesn't work. I didn't feel it worked as well when I done the other seat. So this is how we're doing it. This side here, you just line these up. I haven't cut any of these yet. So this side, 2 there and 1 there, actually already line up. I just need to cut a little bit out of that plate, then we should be perfect. So I'm probably going to leave that stud in. It's not really doing any harm, so it can just stay. But that one is a bit different. That one lines up differently with different bolts. So if I put that in the same place at the back, yeah, nothing lines up really. So we'll have to cut that bolt, maybe that one, and drill that hole bigger, and then make it fit. Right, so this side of the car, other than that side, there are different seats. They come with different side mounts. This side was considerably easier, to be honest. Yeah, we've managed to keep 3 bolts in both sides, which I'm quite happy about. So now once we're actually in, everything's loose, obviously. So we're going to sit the seat in, pick roughly where I can put my belt. I might put my belt directly to this, not sure. I'd rather put a bigger bolt somewhere lower, but it's harder to use, so I don't know. I'll decide about that in a minute. We are having harnesses, as I said, so yeah, it's only a temporary thing for now. And the harness bar should be within the next week or 2. So yeah, you know, it's not a massive deal. Once you get to this point, yeah, just sit the seat in, pick where everything goes. Don't tighten anything down until your seat's bolted in as well. Otherwise, it's harder to move things about and get it all jigged up. But yeah, that's about. I imagine doing it like this would work on a lot of cars. The only way of doing it better, as such, would be to remove the sliding top part and bolt directly to this bottom part and drill your own holes and machine some stuff a little bit more, so that you actually got your seat to sit lower. But you know, we can move it and the rails are essentially free. So considering the other seats weren't in bad condition, but they're not worth all that much. They're probably worth £50 for the both of them at tops, so it wasn't really worth going out buying proper rails for it. rather than selling the seats. It just wasn't worth it. So maybe at some point I will get proper rails so that we can sit a lot lower, but for now we'll run like this. Right lads, we are in. All nice and sturdy. Had to flip the rail around because the width of the seat was a bit weird. That seat happened to be a lot narrower. I know it's a lot more supportive, the big old sub-belt boy, but yeah, she's in. My seat belt's in, working, which is good. The only issue I have is the car is quite small, so if I want the seat to go back further, obviously I'm gonna have a bit of a clearance issue, but I am a short ass and I fit. Bro, I'm under 6 foot, so you probably can get most people in the front of that too much effort. I could probably go it back a little bit more, but luckily my other half is quite little, so she'll be quite comfortable in there. And yeah, that is how you get it in. There will be, I've refrained from doing too many time lapses in this video because I felt like I was putting too many in my videos. So if they are more helpful so you can sort of see the process easier, let me know and I'll try and find a balance. But yeah, I think I need to give this a good clean and get ready for track next week. It'll be fun. Back seats are coming out next. Probably not gonna bother making a video on that because a bit boring. They just come out pretty much. But then yeah, I need to do something about my rusty bolts. Not too good. I expected slightly better quality than that, but yeah, hey ho, is what it is. So yeah, cheers boys, thanks for watching. Do like, comment and subscribe, does help a lot. If there's any questions about fitting the seats or anything that if you get stuck, just message me on Instagram or comment on YouTube. I'm probably a bit slow to look at that, but if you message me on Instagram I can always reply and have a look. Cheers lads.